Walter Tripucco, Maranatha High School triple jump.
Nice.
Terry Stark, Carpinteria High School, 100, 220, and the discus.
Nice.
Jane B. Anson, Carpinteria High. I was a princess.
All right.
Larry Stark, Carpinteria High, sprinter.
Nice.
Dolly Sanchez Montalvo, 440 relay and princess.
Mark Sanders, Nordoff High School, shot put and discus.
Irene Revelis Monroe, 440 relay and princess.
Bronwyn Cole, Nordoff High School, 400 meters, 200 meters, and the relays.
Sorry about that.
Sasha Blanchard, Lorena High School, sprinter and hurdler.
I'll just come down here and then up there.
Elaine Canchola, Nordoff High School, middle distance.
Sari Small, relay, anchor.
Let me go back here. Did I miss you?
No, you got me.
Dan Payne, Nordoff, class of 92, high jump.
Sarah Alback, Carpinteria and Kate, mile and 2 mile.
Michelin White, or Michelin Schaefer, Carpinteria High School, discus shot put.
Oh, me. Natasha Colbo, St. Joe's High, pole vault.
Teresa Loya, St. Joseph High School, class of 2010, shot put and discus.
Jenna Johnson, St. Joseph High School, shot and disc, class of 2000.
Who's next?
Lori Edelbrock Way, class of 1987, St. Joseph High School, discus and shot put.
Fred Largen representing Simone Sash, 400, long jump, triple jump, 85 to 87.
Don Young, 1982, St. Joseph High School, 800 meters.
Tom Morrison, Carpinteria, class of 53, actually class of 53, but I ran and I got the Wyckoff Trophy in 52.
Wow. Did you meet Wyckoff himself?
Oh, he was my grammar school.
What was he like?
Oh, he's quite a character.
Well, we'll get back to that.
John Barbieri, class of 99, Carpinteria High School, hurdles.
Gordon McClenathan, Santa Barbara High School, mile, 1952.
Kirsten Candell, class of 1995, Carpinteria High School, hurdles.
Tessa Nash, class of 2000, Carpinteria High School, 4x4.
Tony Sermani, class of 80, and I did the 800 and mile.
Tom Gruey, Carpinteria High School, class of 82, mile and 2 mile.
We're with Caroline Petrick, we're her parents. She was in 1600 and 3200 back in 2013 and 15 from Malibu.
And your name?
I'm Kim, Caroline's mom.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Did I miss anybody?
Bob Looney's coming here.
Okay.
Okay, if we can, Bob Looney, state champion, pole vault, 1959.
I'm Tom Gruey. I'm an 82 grad of Carpinteria High School. And in 1982, I was a performer of the meet. I set the record in the mile and set the record in the 2 mile, which still stands today, even though it was run on dirt. I'm surprised it's survived, but it has.
Well, what was your time?
My time in the 2 mile, I think, was a 9:21, which converted to the 3200 is about 9:18. And I believe my mile time was about 4:19 or something like that. Kind of a slow time on dirt.
What was the Russell Cup experience like for you?
It was for most years it was one of futility. My freshman year, I dropped the baton in the 440 relay. I stumbled on the hurdles and didn't qualify for the final in the 300 hurdles. I pulled a muscle doing the triple jump. And so the first year was a disaster. Sophomore year I got out-kicked in the mile. Junior year I got out-kicked in the mile. And finally...
When you say kicked in the mile?
Out-kicked.
Oh.
So in the last 100 meters, 100 yards back then, somebody passed me, so I took second 2 years in a row. So going into my senior year, I was a 4-time CIF champion, and I still hadn't won the Russell Cup mile. And I finally won it my senior year.
Well, that's good to know. So if you don't have some good experiences to begin with, they might get better.
Yeah, definitely. You have to have perseverance.
What did being involved in track and field do to you personally?
Well, it definitely tied me stronger to the school because I was relatively new to Carpinteria. I'd moved here from Los Angeles in 7th grade.
And what year?
1977. And so coming into Carpenter High, running track, running cross country, tied me to the school, gave me a great group of friends, gave me great mentorship through the coaches. And you know, there are just certain life skills you learn from working hard, persevering, and seeing the fruits of that labor that make it pretty special.
What did you go on to do professionally?
Professionally, primarily a Navy career. So I served several years on active duty as an intelligence officer, deployed to the Persian Gulf several times, lived overseas in Japan, went to every continent except Antarctica, left active duty and went to work for a think tank in Washington, D.C., but then was recalled to active duty after 9/11. Went back into the reserves and continued my professional work as an advisor to the Director of Naval Intelligence, but then was recalled again and spent a year in Afghanistan about 10 years ago. And then finally retired as a commander, and I'm currently a civilian employee of the Department of the Navy, working in naval intelligence.
Did track and field help your professional life?
It didn't, but it made officer candidate school a lot easier because early, maybe the second week at OCS, I set the OCS record for the 1.5 miles, and my drill instructors left me alone after that because I was their prize officer candidate. So in that regard, it made life easier.
That's cool. Anything else you'd like to say?
Just that this meet is very, very special, and the experiences I gained here are very special, and I'm glad to see that it continues even bigger and better than back in the day. Very pleased to be a part of it.
Okay, thanks a lot. Nice to see you.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Orange Journey, now into the bell lap. Jasmine Ramirez. Here we go, Caleb! Final call. Frost Soft Girls, 100 hurdles. Final call, Frost Soft Girls, 100 hurdles. First call, Varsity Girls, 100 hurdles. First call, Varsity Girls, 100 hurdles. There you go, Madison!
Well, hello, and you are?
I'm Dolly Sanchez Montalvo.
And you are?
Irene Revelis Monroe.
And Sari Small.
Tell me, what was your experience with the Russell Cup?
It was a very busy day. It was exciting. In addition to running, in the beginning I was the, what did you call me? You were the starter. And prior to our race, I was a princess, so I had to get out of my princess attire to go and become a runner, and then go back to being a princess.
What year was that?
This was in 1960. I was a senior. And so we had two princesses, and the girl that followed me was Suzanne, and she was also a princess, a senior. And so it was a busy day, exciting because we got to play two roles. I was the third in the relay. So it was the last to the anchor, and it was also, like Dolly says, it's a very exciting day, and I was on the Royal Court the year before, so it just was an exciting time of the year, and I mean, I can't believe that we're at this point now that we're really our history. We made history. We didn't know at the time that we were going to do that, so that's awesome.
And what event did you run?
We ran the 440.
What did you get out of the experience?
Actually, it was kind of empowering because I didn't know that I could run as fast as I did and to actually win. And then Sari and I went on to run in Los Angeles also too. So
So it was exciting just to be associated with all these awesome athletes.
How did it contribute to your life?
Well, I've always been athletic, so I continued to also always been involved with exercise, and I got into massage therapy, sports massage therapy. So it kind of continued incorporated into my life. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And one more here. And you?
I am Sari Small, and I have the experience was just one that I always dreamed to be able to participate in because my brothers had, and it was a sort of a groundbreaking because there weren't that many activities for girls to participate in such a high level of athletic endeavor. I later went on to run in AAU, ran in some invitational track meets, ran with Wilma Rudolph, went to some national and Olympic tryouts. And then when I got tired of running, I switched to bicycling. So I went down to California State University, Northridge, and joined a bicycle club, and we'd ride all over. And since my folks lived up here at the time, there were occasions that I would ride up here to visit them. I don't own a car, so, but in terms of what this track meet meant and how it had helped me, it just opened a door that for not only me, but I think for a lot of other women, because some of the coaches later came back and told me that when they saw us run, they understood that women could really compete and be attractive in doing it. And I really, as I say, I really think of as Russell Cup as being a turning point, not only for me, because it opened the door to further experiences, but I see the women now and the girls now participating, and it just gives me the shivers. And I wish that I had the opportunity, because we were so highly limited in what we could do. We were limited even in AAU to dashes. We couldn't do long distance running. As in the women's division, you could. But I see girls now pole vaulting, high jump, and well, I did high jump and I did long jump. And I did very well in those. But I always wanted to run long runs. Only did one cross-country run at UCLA. But that's, as I say, this meet has always meant a lot to me, although I haven't been able to come to a lot of them and watch since I graduated. But I was aware of what was happening, and I'm so glad that they have this track, but I love the old track.
Yes, memories.
Yeah.
What did you do for a living?
I was a summer session director at California State University, Northridge.
Yes.
And for 35 years, and then retired. So now I'm retired. But when I worked in the infancy of the recreation program here, and it was at the then high school, and I had the opportunity to teach track to the girls during the summer. We had a 6-week program, and that was one of the activities and I just really enjoyed that. And I don't know where else to go with this.
Well, was there pressure on you ladies being among the first ladies to participate?
I think our coach really helped us. I think our coach, she was also very young, and she really encouraged us. We never felt any kind of pressure. It was always just
Who
fun.
was your coach?
Miss Sechrist, Marge Sechrist. And I personally owe an awful lot to her, because she really set the stage for us.
Yeah, she did.
Because we didn't really have a coach to teach us how to use the starting blocks or how to pass the baton.
Yes.
And she did her best to find out and teach us.
Yeah.
So it was through her that my involvement, and through the the Olympic, or not the Olympic, but the Russell Cup committee that gave us our start.
Anything else?
Well, Dolly and I were both the presidents of the GAA. We were also the Girls Athletic Association. So we were quite involved in other sports within that club. So it was fun. Yeah.
It wasn't the competition wasn't at the same level as something like the Russell Cup. It was more of a play day situation, and we didn't really have a chance for skill development in the GAA. It was better than nothing.
Yeah, because we did like sports, so we enjoyed it.
Yeah, but then after what the girls get to do now, you know, the level that they get to participate in is just absolutely wonderful.
It was fun. It was fun because we did like sports a lot. In fact, I went to Oregon State my freshman year to major in physical education, but I changed my major to business education and ended up being a business teacher and taught at Camarillo High School for 1 year, Oxnard High School for 7 years, and then after starting my family, went back to teaching at Oxnard College for 30 years as a part-time instructor, but in business. So that was my field. But I loved tennis, so I was always doing tennis in college, but not as a competition or anything. It was just recreational tennis. But it was fun.
Anything else, ladies?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of training though, running. We'd go run at the beach in the sand, and so it was fun. We liked each other as friends and liked working with each other too, competing. So that was fun.
So Russell Cup brought friendships to you too.
Oh yeah, we were friends. We were friends from the beginning, and so I think Miss Seacrest saw that we had some talent as far as speed. And so she combined everything together. But like Sari said, we owe a great deal of appreciation to her because she was so innovative and so the coach, Miss Seacrest. She was
Were you
great.
going to add something?
I was, but I forgot.
Well, I said you made friends through Russell Cup.
Well, was such a small school that we were all, we all kind of grew up together since kindergarten.
Here in Carpinteria?
Yes, we all grew up together in Carpinteria. So most of us came from kindergarten all the way to high school. So it was like a second family.
We were together.
Our class was like
small. Our families
60,
knew each other.
60.
But all together.
And that was the biggest class that they'd ever faced.
Yes.
So it was fun.
Well, thank you, ladies, and we have your permission to use this in a Russell Cup video.
Yeah, sure. You can cut out all our stammering.
And the wrinkles.
Enhance the wrinkles.
Okay, thanks, ladies.
Thank you very much.
You made it easy.
Tell me who you are and what's your connection with the Russell Cup.
My name is Larry Stark. I ran for Carpinteria High School in the Russell Cup from 1968 to 71.
What's a memorable experience for you?
Well, the most memorable was the 1971 meet. It was at night and it was very cold and windy, and I did set the record here. Whether it was wind-aided or not, we don't know.
What were you running?
The 100 meters, 100 yards in those days.
Was it a close race?
I don't think so. I couldn't tell. I didn't see anybody close. So.
And what's special about the Russell Cup?
Oh, it's a great meet. It's from the time I was a freshman, we look forward to it every year. It's just a special meet if you're from Carpinteria, particularly.
What are you doing now?
Now I'm retired.
What did you do for a living?
For a living, I used to fly helicopters in the Marine Corps, and then I went back to graduate school and got a degree in a master's in finance, and worked as a treasurer at a utility, electric utility. So then I retired a few years ago.
Well, what did you personally get out of being involved with track and field?
Oh, I loved it. I ran it. I did have a scholarship in college, so that helped. And I just enjoyed. I enjoyed running. I enjoyed being with the other guys and competing and being on a team.
Anything else you'd like to say?
I think the coach here now is doing a darn good job. This is a lot a lot bigger than it was before, and I'm just very proud to be here.
Sari Small was the first woman to run from Carpinteria High School in the Russell Cup in the first ever competition for women in 1960. She won the 75-yard dash, and then also teamed with other teammates to place second in the 440-yard relay. That was 1960. It was the only time that Sari had an opportunity to run for her high school because there was no official competition aside from the Russell Cup that she was ever able to be in.
My name is Kent Barbieri, and both of my children competed here, my daughter Nicole and my son John, and I've been working the track meets and the Russell Cup for a long time. You know, I haven't counted the years, but it's been a long time, and it's been wonderful. I look forward to it every year.
How would you characterize the Russell Cup?
The Russell Cup is the most fun track meet that I go to, and I'm a track enthusiast, and it's just a lot of fun. We get kids that have never raced before, and we get some state champions and future Olympians, so it's fun. The level of the competition is great, and it's just a great day. It's a great day.
Any particular memories of some outstanding time or interesting?
Well, the best memories I have is how wonderful the kids are. You know, I go home after every meet, and I tell my wife that we've gone through the whole meet, and nobody ever gave me an issue. The kids are just wonderful. Their attitude is wonderful, and that's the best memory I have, is just the kids themselves are having a great time also.
Okay. We're down at the clerk of the course, and here's where the relay teams check in. They'll check in with Kent Barbieri right there. They'll be seated on these benches until it's almost time for the race. Then they'll be guided out here, placed in the proper lane in the proper sequence of runners. And you see right now, Kent's son John is leading the runners out to where they need to go in the lanes and in the sections around the track where they'll make their exchanges.
Hi there.
Hello.
Varsity girls, 100 hurdles. Second call, varsity girls, 100 hurdles.
What would I know?
Elena was one of the great distance runners in California history.
Yes.
Well, tell me your name and your involvement with the Russell Cup.
My name is Elaine Canchola. I ran here.
Hold on a second. So tell me again your name and your connection to the Russell Cup.
My name is Elaine Canchola, and I ran track here for 3 of the years. I ran the mile and the 2 mile, so I was more of the distance runner.
What years?
I was in high school from '94 to 1998.
What was the experience like for you?
It was great. It was amazing. Had a great coach. The atmosphere is great here.
Who was your coach?
Ken Reeves. So he was the one that got me involved. I was very hesitant my freshman year, and he kept on pulling me back in, and I finally committed to running cross country, and I was very happy, and I'm still very thankful to Ken, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't, I wouldn't be here, I guess, also for the celebration for the 100 years here at the Russell Cup, which was always a very memorable meet and very exciting for us.
What did you get out of the experience for you personally?
A sense of accomplishment, I would say, knowing that, once you set some goals, that anything that you set your mind to, you can achieve, and having a really good competition is always great, and it's healthy. So.
Well, what did you do since?
Since then, I've lived in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Boston, and then finally made my way back here to California in 2015, and got married, and I have a child, and so now I'm at home with my kid, and had a good career in HR. So
In what?
in HR, human resources.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm just very excited and very thankful to be here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what are you selling here?
We've got some great hats, some visors, and we've got commemorative batons, racing batons. And then they've got the programs, t-shirts, t-shirts, great t-shirts. Here's one right here. Talk to this lady, they're right here.
Can I help you? It's just amazing. No, I don't have that. Sorry.
They're all gone.
I've done this for 35 years, and I don't know if you put the shot or shot the put. But you can hit the face of the board, but you cannot hit the top. When you exit, you must exit through the rear half of the ring.
Okay.
And you are?
I'm Pat Cooney, and I'm leading the hurdle crew today.
And what's it like for that?
Oh, it's an exciting day for all of us. The baseball team actually looks forward to doing this every year, and I guess we've had baseball teams be the hurdle crew for more than 50 of the Russell Cups.
Okay, well thank you. Good luck today.
Thanks.
She's a legend. There we go.
For you. Is that good? Yes.
Is that appropriate? So, what we're going to do is, when we give out the awards, you're going to announce Girls Mile.
Right.
We're going to acknowledge the legend, and she can give the cup to the winner.
To the winner.
All right,
so
I guess I'll...
And you are?
I'm Sarah Alaback.
And what's your experience with the Russell Cup?
I had an amazing experience. I actually first ran in 1981, and I think I was third in the 2 mile. And then the next year, I broke both of the records in the mile and the 2 mile. And also, then I ran my senior year, and I won the 2 mile and placed in third in the mile.
Wow, are you one of the legends?
I'm one of the legends and very proud of it and very impressed what's been done here today already.
Well, what have you done since?
Now I am an architectural historian and an editor in Amherst, Massachusetts. I have a daughter, and she plays field hockey at Swarthmore College in Pennsylvania.
Well, what did you get out of your track and field and Russell Cup experience?
Well, besides all the amazing memories, I ended up getting an incredible education out of it. I ran for Princeton and continued running recreationally after that. So besides the education and memories, I would say good health.
Good health.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts for other women who are considering going into track and field, what they might get out of it?
I do. I would say if you want to be a track and field athlete and you want to succeed, you can. And I mean that for anybody. It's all about hard work and vision. And the vision meaning it takes time.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
1, 2, 3, go.
We're the Russell Cup Princesses.
And you are?
I'm Riley Rott. Joanna Romero. I'm Rudy Jimenez. I'm Katie Cleek.
Can you say, in addition to being a princess, I'll be running, and what you're going to be running?
Okay. In addition to being princess, I'll be running the 100 yards dash.
And what do you think that's going to be like?
I think it's going to be fun and competitive, and I'm excited.
Do you have to change clothes?
Yes, I'll have to change around 12:30 so I can warm up and get in my heat.
Okay. Do you have any other thoughts, Peter?
I love being able to meet these girls and be able to talk with them that I wouldn't have been able to talk with them otherwise. So it was fun to be able to be in community with the other princesses.
Any thoughts?
So I definitely think this is a really fun event since I've helped prior years like with softball, and it's kind of exciting to be like a princess this year and be able to see it from this point of view instead of helping out.
Nice.
I don't even know what to say. Well, I'm really excited about seeing all these girls being really competitive and out here in the sun helping, giving out awards. Really fun.
Anything else?
It's been great seeing all the athletes who get first, and they're just so good at what they do. It's been nice to see that.
Okay. And bye, ladies.
Bye.
Okay. Good.
When you see them coming, you're just like, oh, these are actually legitimately nice medals too.
Shot put, triple jump.
Well, hi, you are, and what's going on here?
I'm Lou Panazon, and alumnus of Carpenter High School, and been involved in Russell Cup over the years in lots of different capacities. And today I was involved with the flyover that we had, and I want to thank Clyde Freeman and the Lions Club for sponsoring, or Clyde for organizing it, and Lions Club for sponsoring the flyover.
Who flew over?
The flew over was, they don't have a name, but there were three airplanes, T-34 Mentors and a North American T-6 Harvard, and they were out of Camarillo, and the lead pilot was Michael Malohak.
Okay. Well, if you don't have it exactly right, it's fine. And what else about the Russell Cup? Or
the Russell Cup is just a great event for all the people that come. It's got great perpetual trophies. It's got nice awards and great competition. And the coaches love to come here. The kids love to come here. And it's Chamber of Commerce weather today, so we don't have wind and we don't have a dirt track. And the track came into being in 2000, and I was fortunate to work with Van Latham and John Loraldi and help raise the money to pay for the track along with money from the district. But we raised $1.25 million from our community for this facility, and we're very proud of it.
Who's putting this on today? Could you mention Van Latham's involvement?
Sure. Well, Van Latham is what we call the event director. But he had lots of help. He had a committee that met periodically over the last probably 3 or 4 months dealing with the 100th running of the Russell Cup. So there's a lot of things going on. Joe Cantrell did a film along with Larry Nimmer, and they did 100 legends to name the 50 males and 50 female athletes that did outstanding things in this event, and some of them are here today to be recognized.
My name is Jade Miranda, and I am a sprinter for Carpinteria Track and Field.
And what do you think of the Russell Cup?
Oh, it's so fun. I love the Russell Cup. Even if I'm not in that many events, I love seeing my teammates go out and run and jump and make records. It's awesome.
And what's your famous line? Beer pong! I'm kidding.
That's an every 15 minutes thing.
Okay, we'll cut that out. And what are you going to compete in today?
So I competed in the 4x2 for the girls. Not so good, but one of our runners got injured at the last minute, so yeah.
But even if you don't win, is there a value of being in it?
Yeah, it was so fun. I realized that was my first 4x2, and I realized it's probably one of my favorite. Yeah, it was fun. And especially because it has to be done the old Russell Cup way, so it doesn't start from a curb, it starts from the middle of a straight, so it was really different and really fun. So,
okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, bye.
No, it's okay, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Excuse me, have you run your event yet?
No.
Well, what are you going to run today?
800.
Okay. Are you running something?
Oh, no.
Okay. Are you running?
No.
Okay. Are either of you?
Most of it was
Yeah.
okay.
And we should have him finish that out.
That's right.
Oh, he put it over here. Okay.
Ben, how's it going? Looks like it's going well.
Well, we got over our initial problem. It's always tough to get a meet started, but it's going fine now.
Great. Good job, Ben.
Thank you. Good anyway. Yeah.
Varsity girls, 100 hurdles. Final call. Varsity girls, 100 hurdles. Third and very final call. Cross-off boys, 110 hurdles. Second call. Cross-off boys, 110 hurdles. Second call. In third place from Valley Christian is Luca Caldarella. In second place from Savior Heart Cathedral is Ted Green. And in first place from Holly Pasadena, receiving the Ernie Shelton Perpetual Trophy is Mr. Kevin Tyson. The Ernie Shelton Perpetual Trophy is from Mr. Ernie Shelton, who was born in October 8, 1932. Ernie Shelton, he lettered and tried at USC in 1963.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
I'm Matthias Portzel. I'm Luca Caldarella.
I'm Sedge Greenley. Kevin Tyson. No, I'm Kevin Tyson.
Okay, good job, guys.
Hi Larry, I'm Fred Shaw. I'm on the City Council here in Carpinteria, and exciting day for the city. This is the 100th year of the Russell Cup here in town, biggest track meet in the state, and been going on for a long time. They expect probably close to 1,500 people participating, so it should be a great meet. Looking forward to seeing maybe some records set, and certainly some of the old timers.
And it's a good way to show off our town?
Absolutely. I expect people will be out and about looking around our beautiful little beach town here.
Okay, well keep up the good work, Fred.
Thank you, Larry. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks. Here we go, stand by. So what's your name? What did you think of the Russell Cup?
I'm Ryan Love, and I think the Russell Cup is a great event. Great event. Give us a chance to PR.
To PR? Nice.
PR, yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California. I go to Crespi in Encino.
Nice, nice. What did you do today?
We just did the 4x1. We ran 42:53, I think. And
whoa. It looks like you placed, huh?
Yeah, we definitely did.
What'd you get?
We got first, and we set the
nice.
record for the Russell Cup.
So, cool. Who are you and what happened?
My name's Cameron Jones. I'm the
Are you the Cameron Jones?
Yeah, I am the Cameron Jones.
Yeah. He's a character.
I'm from Los Angeles, California. The Russell Cup, it's been great. We went here last year, but I'm the alternate for the 4x1 in case somebody get injured. I'm always here. I'm one of the fastest alternates out here.
Cool.
Definitely. You catch me there. You catch me there for sure.
His name's Robert.
Robert? Yeah.
My name's Robert Roseball. I'm the second leg on the 4x1 for varsity Crespi. We set the meet record 42:53, and Russell Cup is a great event and just fun.
Nice. And you are?
I'm Evan Davison. I'm a freshman on the 4x1 varsity relay, and as Roball just said, we just set the meet record. So
wow, can't beat that.
Yeah.
That must feel good.
It is, and we got first place. This is my first time out here actually, so it's crazy.
Nice. And you are?
I'm Chance Tucker. Yeah. We ran this for extra practice for the CIF finals. That's it basically.
Huh.
Yeah. We just wanted to get like one more race in before we run in finals.
What did you think about racing on this track?
It's different. There's a lot of people here, like a lot of support. Yeah.
Cool.
Long drive though.
I left it open earlier.
I know, it's open in the back.
To ask you another question, what was I going to ask you? Oh, what do you get out of track and running and all?
Out of track? Let me see. Fitness, you could say fitness. Other than being competitive, having competitive mentality. Track's a fun sport. I've loved it since I was young and everything, so it's really just been for me, I guess. So.
Yeah. Me, Track is it's like a good like it gets me in shape a lot from like my other sports, and I find track very very exciting to do. I like the sport of running.
Last call for Lillian from Range to receive your award. And in first place from Nordoff High School with a time of 18:22 is Emma Sabenas. Congratulations, ladies.
I won't use it if you don't want me to. And who's next?
Gordon McClinathan won the mile at the Russell Cup in 1952. So he may be the oldest of the living legends on our Legends of 100 Russell Cup performers.
Oh, you are, and what's your connection to the Russell Cup?
Gordon McClinathan. I ran the mile in 1952 and was a winner. And Carpinteria had a lot of fond memories. My first mile that I ran was at Carpinteria, the old track, the old high school. And
which is near where the middle school is now, I think?
Yes,
yeah.
Where the middle school is. And I ran my best time in Carpinteria in a CIF prelim meet.
Was that on a dirt track?
I was on the dirt track, yes.
How do you think that's different?
I liked the track. It was one of the best I felt when it was.
So you like the dirt track, but would
yes,
you rather run on a track like that?
Oh, I would have loved to run on a track like this. My time would have been much better.
Why, do you slip less or what?
Yeah, well, you have much better traction. Yes, absolutely.
Any particular memories of what happened in one of your meets?
Well, the CIF prelim when I ran my best time, and I don't know why CIF did this, but they put the two top milers in the heat that I had to run in, and one of them was a state and CIF champ, so I tried to stay close to him, and his teammate came up and nipped me right at the finish line.
Oh, really?
And I didn't go to the finals. That was a disappointment.
Well, what did you do the rest of your life?
I started college at UCSB. I set 4 school records in the mile, 4:15, and the 2 mile, 9:16, and the 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters. I placed in the NCAA in 1956, 6th place medal award in Berkeley, Edwards Stadium in Berkeley, California.
Nice. What'd you do for a living?
Was a teacher, industrial arts, electricity, basic electricity and electronics, and I coached for over 40 years. 30 years at Dos Pueblos, 9 in Long Beach, and then came back in 2013 to help out for 3.5 years. And I've been involved with the Russell Cup since I stopped coaching.
So you were coaching track and field? Any
track and field and cross country.
Okay, nice. All those events?
Yes.
Well, when you're a coach of those events, does one normally coach a few different events?
I worked with the quarter milers because they needed a little endurance, so I'd have them at least run cross country to gain some type of endurance so they could do more repeats during track season.
What do you think people get out of doing track and field and competing?
Well, how to learn to deal with adversity.
That's really handy.
That's real handy. And confidence in yourself, what you do. And it's a great sport. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
Well, nice talking with you.
Thank you.
And one more time, your name is?
Gordon McClinathan, Santa Barbara High, UCSB.
Okay, and you must be older than 67?
I'm 85.
Whoa.
Yeah, well over that. I'm the oldest person as far as who competed in the Russell Cup.
You're the oldest person here that competed
In the Russell Cup, I'm pretty sure.
So, did it add to your longevity or did it not add
Running
to the
did.
others? Okay.
I didn't stop running until I turned 80.
Oh, really?
I was competed as a Masters competitor, and 80 I overdid it and had some health problems because of that.
Right. Okay.
So the doctor says, slow down. I still run, but not as much as I used to, especially when I was training to run events. And I traveled in Masters competition to many cities that I would have never gone to if it hadn't been for Masters competition.
Nice. Any advice on how to get ahead in life?
Just be determined to do your best in whatever you endeavor. Don't second guess yourself about what you ability.
Second guess yourself.
Don't second guess yourself. Always strive to do your best, no matter what you do. And that goes true for a marriage.
Are you still married?
Oh yes.
Is your wife here?
I don't think so.
So, could I please have Martin?
What's she
My
here?
daughter's here.
Okay, your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, very nice talking with you. Any last things you want to say?
No, I think I said everything necessary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, you guys, let's bunch up all the legends. Three of the 4 women who ran the very first women's relay event at this meet in 1960.
So I'm just going to stay there for about 30 seconds and then I'll get my shot. I'm getting an establishing shot, establishing who all of you are. Big shots here in Carpinteria. You know, here they are, they're all gathered. And now you can all wave at me. You can give a thumbs up or some other sign if you want to.
If we can't have you guys
interrupt you. Bob Looney.
Yeah, Bob's here. Bob Looney, state champion, pole vault, 1959. If we could kind of have you guys recreate this lineup.
Do you mind if I take what you're saying?
Oh.
You were saying
I got to play basketball with Bob Looney, better known as Twig in our young days, and Santa Barbara High. My son Tony, Carpinteria High, and 2 legends actually. Very proud in our of own mind. In our own mind. There you go. There you go. How's Mary? Mary's good. Good. She's good.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I got it.
We're here representing Ralph Wood.
And on behalf of the state of California, my colleague in the Assembly, Monique Long, who couldn't be here today, but I was going to be here no way, no how, so I'm going to not be able to present this award in recognition to all of you for the stellar work you're doing today, and for all the athletes who have led the way. Those who are competing now and who care less about what I'm saying. And to the future generations, for the fans, to the president of this event, to the principal of Carmel High, and every one of you who's been involved. Thank you on behalf of the state of California. Congratulations on this extraordinary accomplishment.
Good afternoon. The first Russell Cup was held in 1913. Today is the 100th. The Russell Cup continues to be a showcase for high school athletes and is an example of competitive excellence, sportsmanship, youthful enthusiasm, and his embrace for his tradition. Carpenteria's Russell Club is the oldest high school track meet in the whole state of California. On behalf of the great city of Carpinteria, I present this resolution recognizing the 100th anniversary of the Russell Club track and field meet. Enjoy this historic event.
Thank you very much, Mr. Party. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass down the mic so that you can all get the chance to meet previous Russell Cup competitors who are now known as Russell Cup legends. So from the Russell Cup legends, I will ask each of them to please give you their name, the schools that they competed for, the years that they competed for, and also the events that they competed in when they were competitors. So again, I would like to...
Yeah.
And it really means a lot to us here that you thought the Russell Cup was something special and you wanted to come back and be part of it. So we're very honored to have you here, and I hope you're enjoying your day. Thank you very much.
Right, Van Latham.
I do sprints in both hurdles and the relays as well.
What's that like?
It's an amazing experience being back here. It brings back so many memories of all the camaraderie and the hard work that so many of us have put into all the years, and to be asked to come back is really something. So I'm so honored for this. Thank you.
So camaraderie, that's one of the big things you get out of it.
100%, yeah. It's even though I was so nervous during everything, it was the teammates, it's the crowd, it's your coach, it's everyone that was just there behind you. It's those lessons that you learn from meets like this and from being an athlete that you're able to apply later on into all your other areas of life. So I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have been able to run here and to have been an athlete for all the years that I did. So it was really good.
And your name again?
Sasha Blanchard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. Take yours off too, Reeves.
Yes, sir. You got a video camera too. You are, and what's your involvement with this event?
Okay, so my name is Bronwyn Cole, and I ran at Nordoff High School from 1991 to 1994, and we ran at Russell Cup every year. It was always my favorite meet, and I believe I won the 400 meters 3 of my 4 years, so it was a very special meet to run against schools our size, and just have great competition and a lot of fun.
And what did you do since then?
I went to UCLA, and I came back to Nordoff, and I'm a teacher and a counselor at my high school now, and I coached for a while, and now I'm doing different things, so it's even more special to be here and have some of my students in the stands.
And I guess you have a nice feeling for Carpinteria.
Oh yeah, my parents lived here for a while. I mean, it was always, we had such a great rivalry with them just in our dual meets. So tons of happy memories, and with coaching as well, getting to know Van and what a great man he is. So we're grateful.
Van Lathan's a great guy. What would you advise to girls of why they should go into cross country or track and field?
I think for me, it really helped my self-esteem, boosted my confidence to push myself, test myself, see what I can do. I love that track is a team sport, but you also have that individual part of it. So to me, it's a great sport, and I love the social aspect of it as well. You have boys and girls out here, all different levels. Everybody gets to compete like a family.
Safe Awad shot put.
Alan Erning shot put.
Isaiah Calvin shot put.
Luca Barreto shot put.
Nice.
My name is Kirsten Candel Barajas, and I ran at Carpinteria, class of 95.
What event did you run?
I did the 300 hurdles, the 100 hurdles, and the 4x4.
What's it like doing hurdles? Is it tough? It looks like it'd be pretty tough.
It was actually a fun race. I mean, every race was Pretty hard, especially the 300 hurdles. I was a smaller runner, so I had to keep up with the big girls and get to three-stepping, and it was a difficult race, and that last hurdle in the 300 is hard.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, very hard. I tripped over it a couple times, even in CIF finals. I tripped over it, and I was in first, and I lost the race, but that's the hurdles for you. You got to finish the race.
And is there something good about not winning? Does it build character or something?
Oh, definitely, and it builds character, not winning. And then I have 3 of my own kids, and so taking that and the lessons I learned in basketball and track, and that winning is not. I mean, we're a competitive family and stuff, but you take what you can from the losses and improve your life, and it transfers into real life as well.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
You are?
Michelin Schaefer White.
And what did you run?
I didn't run at all. I did the discus and the shot put.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
How are they different?
The discus, you have your arm way out here, and the shot put, you have your arm here.
Oh. Are there some similar skills?
Yes, because I did the spin and the discus and the shot put, so that transfers over. But the shot put ring is shorter. It's not as big a circumference.
Are there special spin rings over here in the new field?
Yes, it's all high tech. Well, there's 2 shot put rings over here and a discus ring over on the other side, and it's all very collegiate. It's very nice. Yes.
What did you like about participating?
Well, I had Coach Latham was my coach, and he was an excellent coach that was there the whole time for me, and just really encouraged, and Coach Loraldi really encouraged me, and it was fun. I enjoyed winning.
So what are you doing like now?
I'm a school teacher at elementary school, and I homeschool my children also. And
good for you.
Yes.
Okay, well, nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was He was the 400 long jump, triple jump, 200 meter runner. Won 11 CIF championships. She was in first place from our very own Carpentry High School. She was in Michigan.
Sure.
Well, what's your name and what was your race like?
I'm Gwen Burnett. I got 4th in my race. I think you should ask her because she won. Yeah, I won in.
Your name?
My name is Viviana. I got 3rd in high jump for frosh sloths.
And what's high jump like?
It's fun. I like it because I like to jump a lot, and I do volleyball, so that's cool too.
Okay. What's your name and what did you do?
My name is Michelle Algiers, and I did high jump. I got 2nd.
Nice, good for you. Are there special tricks to jump real high?
Just bring speed and power.
Speed and power?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And you, what's your name and what
My
did you do?
name's Fatima Cervantes, and I did frosh sloth high jump. Frosh sloth girls.
And did you come in first place?
I did.
Good for you. What's your tip of how to do well?
Just believe in yourself and don't let it get to your head because it's all mostly mental.
It's mainly mental?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you go to school?
I go to Carpentry High School.
Oh, nice. Good for you. We're warriors. I
Yeah.
see.
The honorary meet director, Mr. Van Latham. Have a big round of applause for the honorary meet director. So the Russell track and field meet would not be what it is today without Van Latham, period. Since 1975 until the present, minus the 4 years, of course, that he was a student at Stanford University, has been involved with the Russell Cup as a participant, athletic director, or coach. His 40 years of dedication, expertise, and vision are an integral part of every aspect of this meet. Van picked up the torch of Russell Cup meet director in 1995, and he carries it still, organizing, upgrading, refining, recording, and upholding the traditions of the oldest and finest small school track and field meet in the state of California. Van was born and raised in Carpinteria, attended local elementary schools, and graduated from Carpinteria High School in 1978. It should be noted that Van never missed a single day of school, ever. As a Warriors student-athlete, Van was a member of the football, basketball, and track teams. In 1997, Van was the captain of the Warrior football team and co-captain of the track and field team. With his degree in mechanical engineering from Stanford University, Van returned to Carpinteria. 1983 was his first year as a track and field coach. His career teaching math at Carpinteria High School in 1985. Van's track teams were CIF champions in 1999 and 2001. Amazingly, that 1999 CIF championship team participated in the high school parking lot, practiced in the high school parking lot all season because they didn't have a track. That was the year this all-weather track was built under Van's watchful eye. As a track athlete or coach, Van has been part of 46 league championships.
I'm going to be thinking about it like this is inspired. So I feel like this is before it started.
It's kind of different from most other sports because you are going for your personal best, and I mean, because it's an individual sport mainly. So I feel like it's a really opportunity for self-betterment and self-improvement.
I'm Candy Burquez, class of 1985 from Carpinteria High School, and I ran track all 4 years in high school.
And who else in your family was involved?
My son Daniel Burquez, he holds the record for the triple jump from 2017, and he graduated in 2017. And then I have my dad, Chuck Kelsey, announced the Russell Cup for about 10 years, and my mom was the athletic secretary, Susie Kelsey. She used to keep score for the Russell Cup, and I have lots of family members who are part of Russell Cup.
Okay, well, nice to see you today.
Yeah, thank you.
Odell Tech, meanwhile, on the track is out in front, followed by Odell Tech, first in the round. Going out by LaSalle, figured by Joel Christian, Orthodox, Trevor Christian, and Orthodox.
Yeah!
So what did your team just win?
We just won the 4x4 Frost Soft Relay.
What's your name?
My name is Oliver Pick.
I'm Sash Fuentes. I'm Ethan Crouch.
I'm Aiden Smith.
What do you like about the Russell Cup and track and field? I'll ask each one of you. What do you think?
This meet is fun. There's just a lot of good competition. It's fun to race at a historical meet like this.
The Russell Cup's pretty cool because it's made a name for itself over 100 years, and to be a part of it is truly amazing. Yeah, and to be a part of that is crazy. And track and field is
you know, it's a whole different energy with your team, especially in the 4x4. You're not just racing for yourself, you're racing for your teammates. I find that pretty cool.
I like how there's a lot of history within this meet, and the medals are still the same as they were like 100 years ago.
Dragons! And where are you from?
Ventura, California.
Oaks Christian moving well. So is Bishop Union wearing the all blue. Followed by Foothill Tech Valley Christian, Mayfield, Fillmore. Bishop Diego, Carpinteria. And Viewpoint.
Got one more team. Hands up, hands up.
Oaks Christian, smooth.
So, you are?
Alexandra Zapata.
And you are?
Sydney Morente.
What did you just run?
The 4x4 meter relay.
And why do you have those bags on your legs?
Just like sore muscles and like shin splints.
What do you like about the Wrestle Cup?
There's a lot of people, and it was like cool to see how many schools we could race against. Yeah, everyone just like shows support. It's really cool.
Good going, ladies.
Thank you.
Come on, right here. You got it. You got it.
Fillmore, Heritage Christian.
Come on, John!
Now into the second handoff. All right. Fillmore in a flash, followed by Heritage Christian, St. Genevieve, and Viewpoint.
Good luck to you.
Boys cross off 4x4 relays.
You anchor?
The boys cross off 4x4 relays, if I could have Sacred Heart, Fillmore, Saul.
All right, folks, final race of the day.
Hey ladies, what team are you with?
LaSalle.
Can you tell me each of your names?
I'm Monique. I'm Leah. I'm Rochelle. I'm Daniela. What's the plastic? One. Thank you.
Where are you ladies from?
Oxnard.
And
Westlake Village. Yeah.
All over the place.
And what's your name?
Jazar Richardson.
Rochelle Austin.
Hannah Wilson.
Sonia Burke.
Or you could say, what do you like about this Wrestle Cup?
Makes you better because you have competition, so it makes you run faster. So.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, it makes you run faster, you get better times. And I like to do track with them.
Get Hannah! Get Hannah!
I like to do track like with my team and stuff, and we've been doing track forever. So.
Nice.
What?
What do you like about track and field?
Oh, I just love like competing, being with a team. 4x4 is super fun because it's a team experience. So.
And you?
I like the satisfaction of your hard work finally paying off. Yes, pose, man. Oh, you're glowing. That.
Wellness poppin'.
Mullen poppin'.
Thank you. Each show me your medal.
Second place.
You guys are from Carpinteria, huh? All right. Well, what was the Wrestle Cup like today?
It was a lot of fun. Smaller than normal, but it was awesome to be at the 100th one.
A lot of fun.
So lucky that we go to this school in this time range.
Thanks, guys. Second, what did you win?
Athlete of the meet for the girls.
Wow. And what was your race?
I did the 100, the 200, and the 4x4.
Wow. What was your time? Good, huh?
Yeah.
And why do you think you're a good athlete? What do you do to make yourself a good athlete?
It's a lot of hard work. When you get let down, you got to pick yourself back up because no one else is.
And your name again is?
Jazara Richardson.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. John never talks like that.
What are you talking?
She said, gotta pick yourself back up because no one else will.
Wow.
Where do those words come from?
What did you just win the award for?
We just won the award for best sportsmanship and overall kindness for our team and being just a real community towards each other and other people.
And your name is?
I'm Karis Everett.
And what school?
I go to Nordhoff.
And what do you like about the Russell Cup?
I really like the Russell Cup because it gives us an opportunity to go against harder competition that we might not normally have in our league because we are a smaller school and so we don't get to be exposed to other faster teams. So it was a good way to PR and improve our times and our jumps or throws.
Okay, all right, Nordhoff. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
100, 200, and 4x4.
And who is this?
This is Jazara Richardson,
And
sophomore, Oaks Christian.
What makes her a good athlete, do you think?
Oh well, the work that goes into the preparation for an event like this, being willing to run 3 events for the team and helping the team, accomplishments as well. And then, of course, the smiling and enthusiasm she has when she comes to these things.
Nice. And anything else you want to say about Russell Cup?
Russell Cup is one of my favorite meets. I ran here back in the 80s. I love coaching here, and it's just a thrill to be able to take these kids and have them have the experience of coming up here, enjoying a meet like this, and hopefully taking home the team title as well.
And your name is?
Coach Smith, Wes Smith.
And you're with what school?
Oaks Christian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel good about your daughter winning this award, huh?
Very, very proud. I'm glad she got some wins today. She's been injured for this whole year for the most part. She came back a couple of weeks ago, so happy she got a win today, got some wins today.
Well, what do you think makes her a good athlete?
She's a hard worker. She puts a lot of work in, and she wants to be the best. So them 2 things make her a champion.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are?
Ward Small.
And you're related to somebody in this event today?
Yes, I am. The famous Sari Small speedster, Warrior speedster.
And your younger sister, huh?
She's my youngest sister.
What was she like when she used to race? What was that whole process like for the family?
Well, I really never got to see it because by the time, as a youngster, she could beat out all the boys. So, I mean, I heard about that all the time at school.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What did you say?
I said when we were youngsters, she was noted for being able to outrun most of the boys, including the neighborhood boys. So from that aspect, I knew about her running, but I never got to really observe her competitive running because I was out of the house by then, and when all that took place.
I see. Well, what do you think makes for her being a good athlete?
She had the drive and the desire. I mean, she ran around the foothills with us, climbed over fences, climbed walls, did all the boy stuff, and whenever we had looking for somebody to put together a little team to play basketball or whatever it was, she was right there, and everybody wanted her on the team because we had either her or younger kids that weren't as capable, and so of course we wanted to have somebody that could do that.
before she came along, the women couldn't compete in track, and she really took advantage of that.
He's my classmate,
She
so
did.
say good things about him.
Okay, what do you want to say about him?
I'm going to say that Ward Small was the fastest guy at Carpenter High School from Toro Canyon.
But not faster than his
Not
sister.
faster than his sister.
Well, I'll beg to differ. But
No, he was. But we're classmates, the class of 59. 59 and 59. And we were the last class to graduate inside the gym at Carpenter Middle School, which was the high school. We sat on the stage, 59 of us.
Yep, and I had the honor of serving as vice president when he was president of the student body.
Really?
Did you get all that?
No, it was a good rehearsal. Shall we start now? Roll tape.
Really?
No.
I was trying to go find my wife, but
He has to go
already
find
got
his
it.
wife. Anyway, what do you particularly like about the Russell Cup?
Oh, it just was my first real experience when I got to high school was I got kind of talked into running track. I was always pretty fast, but all of a sudden people said, well, why don't you go out for track? Well, I went out for track, and before I knew it, I got hooked, and the Russell Cup was a part of that legacy and I'd heard lots about it, but never really had seen it before. But it was one of those things that my major goal in Russell Cup was to be the high point winner, but I never achieved that. I did place and I did do relatively well, but I always wanted to be the high point man. I could never achieve that.
People set personal goals for themselves, right? Like in track and field.
Yes.
Personal best is kind of a concept.
That's correct. I agree with that 100%. I mean, that's the motivator, and one of the big motivators was to do well and then have your teammates applaud you for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate everything you do, and keep up the good work.
I'm going to go get a ticket for the tri-tip.
Well, don't get a ticket because I paid for 4 and I only got 3 in here. So.
Really?
Yes. So be my guest.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Thank you.
All right.
Van had a vision, Lou had a vision, and John to put this meet together because of the significance of being 100 years and inviting all of the legends. And it's really, we want to thank everyone for taking the time to come and celebrate dinner and get to visit and catch up on what's been going on in our lives.